All right. So let me introduce myself. My name is Swati, and currently I am working as a product manager in Oracle, and I have total 10 plus year of experience completely as a business analyst. I'm a CBAP certified, that is, it's a kind of a certification in a BA. So I'm CBAP certified, as well as I'm certified product owner as well. You will come to know what exactly the product owner is when we would be learning further sessions. You would come across what product owner is and what roles and responsibility they have. Okay. Okay, and this is how our program has been structured. We have all the experienced and knowledgeable trainers, knowledge, uh, knowledgeable trainers would be there. And now another thing is all kind of a training materials would be provided, whether that is a video or the slides. So all training materials would be provided. You have been given the access of the videos which are of your class plus the previous classes by other trainers as well. Okay, you will have a lifetime access to all the training materials. And definitely when we would be learning about a business analyst and we would be learning about the complete session, everywhere I would be giving you a complete real life scenarios and use cases. Even all the assignments which I would be giving you would be it would be a kind of a live project you would be creating. Okay, and also we would be helping you in making your resume, helping you in preparing your resume, that what is the market standard, what exactly the HRs are looking for in a BA based on which they are sorting your resume. So we would be doing that as well, and definitely the interview preparation as well. Any questions, guys, on this structure, on MindsMapped?
No, not really.
I think somebody was trying to ask the question. Do anybody have any question? No.
No.
So let's get started. Come to the business. Now, what exactly the business process is? I think this answer should be with everyone because what I analyzed from the classes, all of you are experienced, but you want to switch. Okay, so just think. Do you know anything called as a business process, which is nothing but how the system is working inside your business? Anyone can explain
Would you kindly repeat the question again?
what is business process?
What is business process? Um, well, I work for a pharmacy, so let's say I take care of pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
So basically for me it is to improve the revenue of yearly revenue of pharmacy. So
Mm-hmm.
it could be the number of clients that the customers I can pick in every year
Mm-hmm.
from other chain pharmacies, I would say, or competing with other independent pharmacies that could be, based on price matching or competitive pricing or any particular sales deals based on occasions and holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Basically, the main ultimate motive is to increase the revenue of business.
Perfect. So very well explained, sir. This is what exactly the business process is. So what happens is each and every organization. Sandra, would you mind if I mute you on YouTube because I can hear a background noise. Sorry. Okay. All right. So see what exactly the business process is. Business process is not it is something that is already existing in all the organizations, It's nothing but the task which you are doing inside the organization and which is creating the output. Output can be in the any, it can be in the any format. It can be either in a format of your application, all right. It can be either in the format of a process. But the main motive is at the end of the day, they are generating the revenues. All right. So the main motive is it is generating a revenue for an organization to carry their activities. Now, what all the thing comes into the picture, the complete process, the process itself is called as a business process. Now, let me give you a simple, very simple example. Okay, so everyone is aware of about uh, shopping sites and all, right? So, what happens? You enter into the system. What you do the shopping. You select some goodies, you check out their prices, you check if the discounts are available or not, you check how the payment can be done, and you check, obviously you add them into the card and see how the payment can be done. Then you enter your address and then you check out once the payment is done. All right. It will send you a kind of a report over your mail. It will send you the SMS saying that, okay, you shop for this is your subtotal, and this is when your things will get delivered to you. All right. So this is a business process of Amazon. It is having some steps. It is having some steps to carry out their activity. What the activity they want to carry out is allow the people to do the shopping. And what is the output? For customers, it's nothing but it's a good, the goods which they are purchasing. But for Amazon, it's nothing but it's a revenue which they are getting. Okay, so this is what the business process is. Now, business process can most of the time, in fact, most of the time, many organizations, what they do is they have some process defined, and after some point of time, that becomes legacy. Okay, legacy in the sense it is not giving you the perfect output or it is taking time. This is a major factor. It is taking time to complete the process. All right, it is taking lots of time to complete the process. So they try to improve their processes. For an instance, let's say that McDonald's is there. Okay, now what happened is, I'm just giving you the example that can be true, that can't be true as well. Now, there was the cases when they were trying to sell the product, the customers were coming to them, they were trying to sell the product, and then and there itself they started making, once if somebody is ordering a pizza, not pizza, a burger, then in that case, then and there itself they are creating a dog. After creating the dog, and then they are, decorating your pizza or creating your pizza, and then they are baking. So it might take 15 to 20 minutes for them to deliver one pizza to one customer. And just imagine if so many customers are coming there, how much time it will take to serve all of them. So what they did is they came up with a concept of 1 minute. In case if something is not you're not getting things within a 1 minute on your plate, then in that case, it would be free for you. All right. Now, what they have done, do you think that still they would be giving you a very fresh bread? No. Maybe at the morning itself or a day before, they had already created a lots of doves, lots of uh, pizza bases for you, lots of burgers, burgers there for you. They already baked the burgers. Now, what they have to do is they have all their materials also ready. Like if it is something related to a veg, so all the veg materials are already ready. So what they're doing is they're just assembling it based on the order. Okay, they're assembling everything and then they are giving it to a person. So assembling the thing just taking 1 minute time. And that's the reason once they have been assembled, they are giving it to the users, and it is taking 1 minute. So what was this? They had made the process, they had redesigned their process. Earlier, everything was getting created based on the request. Now everything is ready, they are just assembling the stuff. So they had redesigned their process to make sure they can cater more and more people. You got my point? So they can cater more and more people. So definitely if they're capturing more and more people, they are generating a output in the terms of a money. All right. Any question in understanding what the business process is? Anyone?
Nothing so far.
Mhm. Okay. So why we do the business process? As we already mentioned that there's so many reasons for which we can create or generate the business process. One is to make sure that our revenue are getting generated on time, okay, and we are not losing our revenue. Second thing is to increase the performances, because there's so many software on which our internal employees also work, right? So when we create a perfect business process, it will help us to create a very smooth and very great business process model, which will help the team or everyone to perform their job on time and within the budget. Okay. And also definitely, for an instance, there are two companies, let's say EY and Deloitte. Okay. They both are in a business of filing the taxes, for instance. Okay. All right. So what happened is Deloitte is following some other process for filing the tax. EY is following the other process to file the tax. Okay. Now the software which they are using might be different. The business process which is available on their software can be different as well. Okay. Now, during filing season, what happens is we have thousands and thousands of people for as a client which comes to our place asking for filing their taxes. Now, if I as Deloitte or if I as a EVA, if I'm not capturing their request in a very fast pace, definitely I have a chance to lose them. All right, so definitely I have a chance to lose them. So in that case, what they can do is they will modify their business process to make sure that they are competitive in the market. All right, they are very competitive in the market, and they are giving the output within a fraction of the time. So these are, and it's not just this. Even we have several other reasons as well that depends on the condition that why we require this business process. And definitely, instead of a human intervention, in case if we automate that particular business process, we can cut the price, we can save the time, manual efforts can be low. And if the manual efforts can be low, then definitely there is a very less chance of making the errors. All right. So here in this slide, you can see some of the benefits of the automation. One thing is streamlined communication. Can anyone give me the example of it? Just a simple example which you use in your day-to-day life.
Streamline communication. Or is it like between um,
Between
like a customer, a vendor, and a customer?
it can be on anything. It can be between your friends. If you will take Gmail as your product, Gmail as a process of designing your writing a mail and all those stuff, then what would be a streamlined communication thing there?
Email,
Email, right?
the Gmail. Mm-hmm.
That can be Hangouts as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And well. Online communication.
Even if you're using WhatsApp, then definitely you have a voice chat as well, right? So
Right,
we,
texting and
yeah.
all of the stuff. Yeah.
So we have streamlined the communication by making them automated. No, right. If we are trying to compare, let's say there was an era when we were using the SMSs. Then there was a very limited company who came up with this voice SMS. It was rather there was no voice SMS kind of thing. Voice mails were there was no voice SMS kind of thing. But with the help of WhatsApp, we can send the voice messages. Okay, we can do the video chattings as well with the help of WhatsApp. So that's nothing but it's the benefits of the automation. Similarly, in in an application, when you are talking about the IT industry, when you are talking about the applications, the similar thing applies here. We have several tools available when you work on any of the products. Several tools to track your progress. Had anybody heard about Jira?
What is it?
Jira is one of the product, all right. And similarly, we have Team Foundation services. So these are some of the products which help. We would be learning this, so don't worry. We which help you to make sure that the things are getting better, the things are getting shared better within the team, and they are well communicated within the team, so that there is not any gap kind of stuff. Okay. Also, if you are automating the process, you are enforcing the accountability. Similarly, we are minimizing the cost. As we discussed, we minimize the cost and we minimize the manual errors as well, because if we are introducing the automation, the manual interventions are very less. And also with the help of if you are automating the business process, you can track your stuff. Now this is also we would be discussing when we would be discussing about agile. We would be discussing how we track your or tab your business processes if you automate your process. Okay, so how do you automate the business process? Can anybody tell me now? I had given you the ample example that okay, what we are doing, what is the business process? How you automate it? It's a very simple thing. Just try to come up with that. It's very simple.
Using technology.
Yeah, using technology, but how? Definitely technology need to be used there. The first thing which you have to do when you are trying to automate the business process, do you think that you need to understand the existing system first? Do you think it's
That's correct.
okay? So once you understand the existing system, do you think you have to analyze that where exactly the problem in the existing system is?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So for this analyzing your problem in the existing system, what you have to do is you have to create the business process of an existing system. What exactly the process that is getting followed in the existing system, you have to create that process. And then you would be analyzing that what area is there because of which I'm losing time, money, resource. And once you come up, that is called as a gap analysis, by the way. Okay, that is called as a gap analysis. So once you identify the areas where the problem is, you would be coming up with a brand new design. Are you guys agree?
Yep.
And this brand new business process will have your ideas plus whatever the problems suppose there in the existing system that will also get incorporated. Alright. So you would be ready with a new process. Now this new process will undergo the technology change or whatever the changes are required. That can be technical changes, that can be business changes. So it will go under that, and what we would be getting at the end, we would be getting the automated business process. These are a very simple thumb rules that how you come up with a new process. And
What was the third thing that you explained just now, if you don't mind?
sure, see, what we did is we analyzed the existing process and we came
Mm-hmm.
up with the gap, that what exactly the problem it is having. And
Hmm.
from that gap, we again designed a new process, which includes what your ideas plus what all the gaps it was there in the existing product.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, and you redesign the complete process, and you would be giving the explanation that all right, this was a problematic process earlier. We had removed this, rather than what we are trying to do is we are automating a process. Okay, maybe there's so many things like in the government sector also. If you remember, where we were not having an e-file earlier, we were not filing the taxes electronically earlier. So lots of manual processes were there, right? So it was taking time. Now, when we had introduced the e-file, the process of filing the taxes has become so easy. Okay, so you have to think in that way. So what the business analyst who was working for IRS, Internal Revenue Services, what they did is they had identified that there's a problem because lots of manual interventions are there. It is taking too much time, and why can't we just go and automate the complete process? That's the reason they come up with something called as a e-file. So it reduced the manual intervention, plus it came up with a new process design where it has been automated. All right. So that is how we automate the business process. Any questions?
Sure.
All right.